Hey there guys, how you doing? It's Drew here. I thought I would do the video for today. You notice that I always kind of like put a video in this group to help motivate you guys, keep you on track with your marketing, all that kind of stuff. So I had a interesting conversation here today with one of the members, and she was basically like having a really hard time with her lead, and the lead was pretty much, you know, it could be he was just messing with her, like just trying to waste time. Like, you know how people are, right? Like there's some people that are like they're mentally kind of crazy, right? So that type of thing happens. You know, it happens to me. Actually, often people try and do that to me. They try and just message me for no reason and start up a conversation. But anyways, what this guy was doing was basically going and, you know, trying to chat with her, and, you know, talking about BG and pretending like, you know, who knows, maybe the person's a lead, who knows, kind of thing. Maybe he'll turn into a member, we don't know. But it kind of sounds like they're just trying to like talk randomly, like just have a chat type thing. And anyways, what he was doing was every response from her, he would go and grab it and then throw it in AI and then send her like, hey, this is what AI says. Right? Which then I'm saying to her, because she asked me like, what do I say with this guy? Like, this is getting kind of crazy. And I totally agree. It is crazy, right? Like, you can't dispute an AI. The AI is always going to win, even though it might come from a perspective where it's actually morally like not correct what it's saying, but it will win because it's smarter than humans. Like, we know that now. An AI is much smarter than a human. It beats us in every form, right? So you cannot argue an AI and win with anything. Like, you could say to it, the sky is blue, and send it a picture of the sky, and then you could say to it, argue with me that the sky is pink, and it'll end up winning. Like, it is freaking nuts, right? So anyways, that's basically what this guy was doing with her, is just sending the AI's response back and forth to her. And yeah, if you get someone like that is just, what I call them is a dirt digger, like they're digging for dirt. That's how it starts off. They're digging for dirt to just find more dirt, okay? It doesn't matter what company it is. It can be a great company. It can be a crap company. If the company is old, which if it's a great company, it's probably not old because it didn't work out. But BG is, we're like going on 4 years right now, right? Like this month is the actual 4th year month because it launched in 2022 in April. I believe it was the 12th or something like that. So we're like, you know, pushing 4 years here with BG, and there's a lot of dirt online. Like if you just simply go type in BG Wealth Sharing or DSJ Exchange, you'll see more on the first 2 pages, 3 pages of Google search or whatever search engine you're using. You'll see more negativity there about the company than positivity, right? It's almost all negativity because that's what the internet is. The internet is basically a place where people go and they share their opinion on things that they don't even understand or they're not a member of. Or, you know, the example I always use is, would you go to a car dealership and, you know, talk to a salesman about the car you want to buy that you're interested in if the person that salesman has never driven a car? Like, they don't know what a car is. So that's basically what the dirt is on BG Online, is its opinions from non-members, meaning it's the same scenario. It's someone that doesn't know what it is. They don't understand what it is. Their opinion is based upon others' opinions, and those others' opinions are likely, very, very high possibility, that they're getting opinions from other people that are similar to them that are not even members. So it's kind of a funny cycle that happens there online. And then you think, well, what is an AI? Where is AI getting its information from? It's getting its information from the internet. And if it's searching forums like Reddit, or it's searching YouTube video titles, or, you know, I don't think AI has gotten to the point where it can actually watch video yet, but you know, what is it coming across? If the majority of the content out there that is written about a company is negative, then it's coming across negative content, which is most likely not, well, it's pretty safe to say it's not true, because when you do your due diligence, you can see like the truth, right? When you look up the filings and all that kind of stuff, you can actually see they're filed with all these government websites and stuff, right? Where all the negative content out there basically says they're not, says that it's illegal, says all this kind of stuff, right? So if that's what AI is looking at, then AI is not going to do a good job for due diligence, right? It'll be misleading, basically, okay? Like the scenario of if you say the sky is blue and then you tell AI, no, tell me the sky is pink, you know, it'll eventually tell you the sky's pink, and then after long enough, you'll be like, oh, the sky is pink. It has to be because of all these facts that it's telling me, right? So that's basically what's happened to this guy if he's not just going and, you know, wasting her time or whatever type thing. So when you get in that kind of situation here and you find like the person is just like digging for dirt, they're not even listening to what you're saying, they're not going to the presentation page and actually watching legitimate content, they're not looking into like filings with their own eyes, they're not, you know, doing the due diligence, what we do in the due diligence video in the presentation pages. We show them like exactly step by step how to actually do proper due diligence on the company and not just go to Google or AI and ask it, you know, what do you think about this, blah, 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 blah kind of thing, right? So this is how you get yourself out of that scenario. And it sucks to say this, but you can either do one of two things. You can either go the route I would not recommend, is keep on talking to that person and just keep on answering their questions, which they're just copy pasting from AI, which the all honesty is you'll never win. You'll never win, right? You could say black is white and tell AI defend that for me and you won't win, right? Black will be white in the end result, okay? You won't win. It's impossible to win. So this is what I recommend you do, and I'm going to give you a scenario here so you see from like a psychological point of view that this does work in life in any kind of space, okay? So, for instance, we'll talk about, like the example I said to her was in a relationship, okay? So if you're in a relationship with someone and it's a new relationship, you go on a date with a guy, and you're thinking, oh, this guy's pretty great, but, you know, there's lots of options out there and stuff like that. And then you're like, okay, yeah, I'll go on a second date with him. You go on a second date with him. You're like, yeah, I like him. He seems pretty nice and stuff like that. And then the guy kind of doesn't, you know, message you back. It kind of feels like he's not really giving you all that much attention and stuff. And maybe you gave it up on the second date or something. He's kind of just like, it feels like he's brushing you off, right? Are you going to actually want the guy more that he's doing that? Or would you want him more if he was like messaging you all the time and saying, oh, I had such a great time and oh, I can't wait to see you again and stuff like that? Psychologically, you're going to want the person more if they kind of push you away, right? And this is what all the guru, you know, dating guys tell you out there. If you ever watched any of those kind of videos, they actually tell you to do that, is to kind of be an asshole so the girl likes you more, right? It's hilarious. But yeah, that also applies, because it's mindset, guys. It also applies to marketing, okay? Is to not be desperate, is to not be, you know, oh, I'll answer all your questions, even though your questions make no sense, right? You have to be like the cool guy that is like, I don't care, kind of thing like that. You have to project that on your lead. And I know it's really, really hard to do, because it comes down to the point where you have to say something like, if they just keep on giving you these like dirt digging answers and stuff like that, you have to come to a point where you just say, hey, maybe this opportunity is not for you. I've shown you a place where you can go and you can actually find all the truth to it, where, you know, we've done our due diligence there, and explain to them that AI cannot do due diligence for you, because it'll always create a case for your question, right? If you're feeding it dirt, it'll always create a case for that, because it's trying to please you. It's trying to answer your question the way you want it to be answered, right? So yeah, sometimes you just, and it sucks to say it, as I was saying, sometimes you just have to say like, hey, maybe this is not for you, right? Like that kind of cool bad boy that says to the girl, yeah, sorry, I don't have time for a relationship. And she's like, well, we hooked up, like, kind of thing like that, right? And then that actually puts that guy in the upper position, okay? So in marketing, you can do the same thing. You can put yourself in that upper position where you're saying, hey, listen, if this is going nowhere and you're just going to send me these stupid answers, you're not saying that to the person, but that's what I'm saying here. If you're going to send me these stupid answers, then, you know, maybe this is not for you. Maybe this opportunity is not for you. And normally what that does is either they're going to go and they won't contact you back, which is fine because they didn't intend to be a member anyways, right? They're just wasting your time. But sometimes what happens, and this is the majority of the time, is that's when they actually wake up and they're like, oh shit, I should spend some time on this presentation page and watch these is it a scam video and all that kind of stuff, and actually go and take the time to do proper due diligence, right? So yeah, guys, I do that all the freaking time when I'm promoting something and they come to me and they send me links to scam blogs, or they send me like, you know, what do you think about this? And it's some opinion from someone on Reddit. It's not even a member, right? I'll just say, go study the due diligence on our presentation page. That's what it's there for. It's my due diligence. It's my 2 months of looking into this company and all that kind of stuff. It's the reason why I joined. Okay, I'll send them the link directly to the is it a scam video, right? The video that's red on your presentation page, okay? I'll tell them, if you don't take this information in, then you won't know the truth to this company. And you will just be online digging for dirt, okay? So, yeah, and then leave it at that. And then if they come back to you and they still, you know, are sending you scam blogs or telling you what AI is saying to them about the company because, you know, they're telling it what to say, then, you know, you just have to say that hard thing, which is hard to say, is just say, hey, maybe this is not for you, right? And then leave it to them. Leave it to them to come back to you where they're actually ready to join, or they don't come back to you and you just know right there, like the time wasting stops. They stop wasting your time because you've just set in stone, either give me a yes or no, okay? And in marketing, you have to do that. In sales, you have to do that, guys. You can't sit there for weeks on end answering their questions, which they're not even thinking on their own. They're just going to AI or going to scam blogs and just, you know, copy pasting and saying, hey, what do you think about this and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I'm a member, I'm making money with it. Like, I don't even look at that stuff. It means nothing to me, right? Okay, so that's it. 12 minutes here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something from that. And yeah, guys, that was one of the biggest things for me when I had a breakthrough with just not wasting time and like focusing on people that are actually legitimate, they want to join in that, is when I learned that, is just to see it right from the start and just stop it. Like when they send me scam blogs and stuff and I send them, you know, hey, you should look into the actual due diligence of this the proper way, and then they send me a scam blog again or something that AI says or whatever, then I know just to say like, maybe this isn't for you, right? And then you just stop it right there, and then it comes down to a yes or no conversation the next time they message you, or if they don't message you, it's fine. There's lots of fish in the sea, right? So that's it. See ya. Bye-bye.